excited to dig into today's topic. Today, we're going to be talking about fear of judgment. This is something that I had a massive breakthrough around right after I had my first child. And I'm really excited to share this with you because I think as business owners, we sometimes pause before we go after the things that we want because we have a fear that people around us won't get it. Or if we speak our truth, we have a fear that someone around us is going to shame us for what we believe to be true. So we think it's safer to not be seen in our truth when really then we're just not allowing ourselves to honor our own truth. We're not seeing ourselves in our own truth, which is the most invalidating thing of all. And so there's actually so much power in living authentically because what it allows you to do is it allows you to show up in your fullest expression of self so that your people, your soul tribe can find you. Because for a very long time, I was showing up as, let's say, like my highest version of self is a neon green. I was showing up as forest green, like this, like subtle under the covers, like this kind of green, because it's not too much and it's not too little and it's right in the middle and it's acceptable. But I wasn't allowing myself to experience my deepest level of freedom. And my soul tribe and my clients, my soul aligned clients couldn't find me because I wasn't lighting up like the way that I really could within my soul. We're meant to be a lighthouse so that other people can find us. But if we're not operating from authenticity because of our fears, our people can't find us. So I want to share with you a really interesting example about how I first really channeled this really powerful message about judgment itself and how I was able to really break through it in a really empowering way. So I had a TikTok go viral. I had about 300,000 views on it and thousands of comments about 2 weeks after I had my firstborn. And at the time, I was really focused on like pregnancy and postpartum coaching. And so I was like, I'm just going to do a really quick TikTok on like how I wash his bottles and like this sanitizer is amazing. It's so easy to use, blah, blah, blah. So I'm holding the bottle and I have my phone in my hand. So I'm not scrubbing it like I would normally because I only have one hand. And I'm showing people, here's how you wash the bottle. And look, you can throw it in the sanitizer and it's amazing. And your bottle is dry in 10 minutes, right? I upload this video. I'm so excited to just share it with other mamas, like this incredible tool, like straight from the heart. Look how easy this is. I was like, oh, this is just like such a simple TikTok, right? So I upload it and I get thousands of comments from people saying, fuck you, you're a shitty mom. I cannot believe you wouldn't wash your bottle and scrub it with both hands. Like, this is going to cause so many issues. Are you kidding me? And it was all from like user number 91743 with no picture and just so many comments saying, you suck, I hate you, like all the things. Now, mind you, I am literally 2 weeks postpartum. So my hormones are all over the board. I just had a major surgery because I had an emergency C-section, which was unplanned. I'm a first-time mom. I'm going off of no sleep. I mean, this is like the lowest of lows that I probably could have experienced this level of judgment. And I'm so grateful that I did because it became such an empowering experience. And I'm going to tell you why. So all that hate is coming through and I'm like, what is happening? So one of my quote unquote biggest fears at the moment came true at one of my lowest thresholds to be able to handle it. But I realized I needed to go to the depths of it to really be able to get the breakthrough that I really needed. So what I channeled straight from source, straight from God's source universe was, Christina, you're not fearing what they're saying. You're not fearing them. You're not fearing what they're saying. You're fearing the part of you that agrees with them. I'm going to say that again. You're not fearing them. You're not fearing what they're saying. You're fearing the part of you that agrees with them. And what I mean by that is if someone has ever said something to you that you're just like, that is so not my truth, it's really easy to see that's not mine. That's yours. I'm going to give you an example. So when I had an eating disorder, I knew that I was too skinny. So if someone said, Christina, you're so fat, I would be like, that doesn't resonate with me because I know that I'm really underweight. I was in like the 90 pounds. I knew that I was severely underweight. So it didn't resonate with me. I was like, okay, that's your belief, not mine. But if someone said, oh my God, you're so skinny, eat a sandwich, my whole body would clench up like, oh my God, they know I have an eating disorder. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Because there was a part of me that agreed with them. So what I'm saying is notice that when someone says something, if you feel it in your body, like, oh my God, oh no, what if they're right? You're not fearing what they said. You're not fearing them. You're fearing the part of you that agrees with them. So for me, with the TikTok, my biggest fear at that moment in time was, oh my God, I'm a terrible mom. Oh my God, I do suck at this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm totally in over my head. I have no clue what the hell like any of these things are. Like all of everything is brand new. I was totally overwhelmed at that point. So I agreed with a lot of what they were saying, even though they were total strangers and they didn't have pictures and they were like user number 91743, right? And so what I realized from this information that I channeled was, well, wait a minute. All this is telling me is my next greatest thing to heal. This is just a mirror for what I need to heal next. So I healed that part of me that thought I was a bad mom, that thought I didn't know what I was doing, that I was in over my head, that I had all this fear moving through me, that I wasn't enough. What if I'm doing it wrong? What if I mess him up? Right? All these fears that were moving through my body, I got to actually meet those head on. So thank you, user number 17451, right? All the different users, right? Like, thank you for being a mirror for what I needed to heal most in the moment. And so that's what you're really being guided into understanding is if something triggers you, that's your next greatest thing to heal. It's simply pointing you in the direction of, oh, there's a part of me that resonates with that. There's a part of me that kind of agrees or has a fear that is my truth. Now I know what to heal. And so as we grow, as we're being more seen, as more opinions are heading our way, it's actually a really empowering time for us to say, as I step into this next level version of success, as my business is growing, I'm also growing and evolving with my business because I'm getting more mirrors. And what I get to notice now is which one of these are triggering me, which one of these are resonating with me in an either positive or quote unquote negative way. And that's simply telling me, amazing, that those are my current truths. And I get to shift the ones that aren't working for me. Powerful realizations. The second I realize that, now I bring those into my one-on-one sessions with my healer. Like, hey, this is triggering me right now. I want to better understand what are my blind spots? Why am I so triggered? Is this something that happened in childhood? Is this a story I'm telling myself? Is this from a past life? Potentially, if you believe in past lives, that's some of the greatest clearing energy work I've ever done on myself and my clients. It's like, whoa, if I can't consciously connect to why this is a big deal for me, it's probably living in the unconscious and living even deeper in a past life experience. Right. And so it's just connect to whatever your truth is. If you're like, I don't believe in past lives, amazing. I didn't believe in past lives for a very long time either until I realized I had a massive fear of water, which what I mean by that is the ocean and lakes. And I couldn't understand why. And what was so empowering from that experience is it's because I had died several times in past lives in the water. And it wasn't until I had a very powerful healing session with my own healer that now I have no fear of the water. I can, for the first time in my life, submerge myself in the ocean and no longer have a full blown panic attack. And that was when I started believing in past lives. I'm like, well, this worked. Clearly, there was something here that I couldn't rationalize. And it was way deeper than that. It was in the cells of my body. It was an energetic stamp that I needed to release so that I could live a freer version of my life experience now. And so for me, that then became my truth, right? I was like, well, hell yeah, this is true. Oh my God, of course it's true. I feel freer than I've ever felt in my entire life. I can actually get in a lake without having a massive fear totally come over my body. I can enjoy myself. I feel purified in the water now. Like I can enjoy this piece of Mother Earth in a way that I never could before in this lifetime. So just know that sometimes when we consciously don't understand where the fear is coming from, it might be because it's even deeper than what we can consciously connect to. And that's why things like going into the Akashic records, I do that with my clients all the time. I go into the Akashic records, and that is a record of your entire soul's existence to better understand where is this energy living, right? Where is this energy living? Is it in this lifetime? Is it in childhood where maybe you aren't able to access that information on a conscious level? So I go into the Akashic records and I'm able to pull that down for you. Is it living in a past life? Is it living in multiple past lives? Where we've got to clear the energies to allow you to show up more powerfully in this moment. I had a really powerful healing session last week with a client who had multiple lifetimes where she was actually killed for speaking her truth. So she had a massive fear of public speaking. She couldn't rationalize it. Nothing in this lifetime has happened that would have me feel this way. So we went into those lifetimes. I was able to then be guided into, where is this living? We cleansed and cleared the energy in those lifetimes. And now she's like, oh my God, I feel calm public speaking. I feel calm going live now. In one session, we were able to go in and cleanse and clear 5 lifetimes so that she could then show up completely differently in this lifetime and show up and speak her truth and no longer have the fear of speaking her truth, to suddenly be like, oh my God, I can live an authentic life. I can fully speak my truth in this lifetime and be witnessed in my truth and witness myself in this truth. Like, that's what's so empowering when we actually open up our throat chakra, we open up our ways of just simply speaking our divine truth. When we can see ourselves in our divine truth and speak our truth into existence, that is one of the deepest levels of self-acceptance and self-love that we can truly give ourselves. When we can live in authenticity, it's one of the highest vibrations we can tap into. And then that allows us to be seen by other people at our deepest level of truth. And it allows us to become that lighthouse so that our soul aligned clients can come in and see us. We're meant to be a lighthouse as light workers, right? We're meant to beam our light so brightly so that other people know and can resonate with that light, our neon green versus the forest green. It allows people to suddenly connect to, oh, that's my person, because she's speaking her deepest level of truth. Oh, I resonate with that on a soul level. And then people know that they're meant to work with you right off the bat before you even say anything else. It's about the resonance with their soul because you're speaking your soul language and it resonates with another person's soul and the language that they speak on a soul level. It's so empowering. So I completely just invite you into cleansing and clearing the things that trigger you, because the triggers are the guides. They are guiding you into your next level version of self. They are guiding you into your freest version of self. It is simply a mirror to, what do I get to heal most, such that I'm able to now live my freest version of self. It's so empowering. And what I want you to know too is when someone else is judging you, you're simply noticing, like, dang, that's a bullseye on their forehead that's telling me what their internal dialogue actually is. That's telling me what their judgments are and what their current reality is. So I actually send love to those people because I'm like, man, if you are speaking those words out loud, I can only imagine what it feels like to live in your body, because you're operating from such a low frequency that you could actually use some extra love. So I'm just going to send you light and love. And I'm not going to let any of that filter through me because that's just simply not my truth. But now I know what your truth is, user number 97413. And man, I'm sending you light and love because that is a miserable place to live right now. And you could use that extra love. So it's starting to really witness what the actual truth is, that there is an infinite level of truths out there. And if that one doesn't feel good in your body, it's simply not yours. You're not meant to hold on to other people's truths and their version of reality and have it be your own if it doesn't feel good in your mind, body, and spirit. You can simply release it and say, I'm returning that to sender. That's not mine. And if you notice that there's a lot of energy there that's fearing that it might be yours, or what if they're right, that's again just simply telling you that's my next greatest thing to heal within myself, because there's a part of me that's resonating with it in a way that doesn't feel good. So now I know what to heal. And then you step into a container with a healer like myself or someone else that you resonate with to move that energy so that you have ultimate freedom over your life, over your freest expression of self, over your authenticity. It deeply allows you to suddenly open up to your freest version of self so that people can find your authentic you, right? So powerful. I hope that this was so supportive for you. I really deeply hope that this is allowing you to tap into your deepest level of your truths. Just know that what this is doing is activating, it's planting seeds, it's allowing you to notice what's in alignment with me and what's no longer in alignment with me. Because we're meant to actually shift what is not in alignment with ourselves. So just notice these things as a very beautiful, gentle observer of these experiences. Notice the trigger and notice that what it's simply doing is, this is my next greatest path to freedom. This is allowing me to start to really connect to my next greatest path to freedom. So thank you for holding up this mirror so that I could see my next greatest thing to heal. So I hope that this was supportive for you. I just want you to know that something really, really powerful as well that I started shifting in my own dialogue around judgment is I actually stopped judging other people. And here's why. There's multiple reasons why. One, energetically, it's a low frequency, but our subconscious mind does not know the difference between when we're judging ourselves and we're judging someone else. So when we say something like, that person is so fat, that person is an idiot, I hate this person, our subconscious mind thinks that we're saying that about ourselves. So that was really empowering to witness the internal dialogue when I was judging someone else. I didn't realize that that was actually impacting my own self-worth, the way that I was able to shine more brightly, the way that I was able to really show up so authentically in this life. And so that's another thing that I invite you into is just noticing the internal dialogue where we're judging other people, because the more light and love we can bring into this world, the more we're going to witness that within ourselves, the more we're going to witness that in the collective. And just notice that when someone else is acting out or that they're doing something that maybe feels like it's not really resonating with you or it doesn't feel good when you're witnessing that, simply instead of judging them, because your subconscious is going to think you're judging yourself, send them light and love. Because now you're not having that energy move through your body and giving it power. Now you're simply saying, that's not mine. And oh, by the way, I send you light and love. And we're bringing so much more light and love into the world when we allow ourselves to do this. So I hope that this was supportive for you. I would save this episode and I would listen to this over and over and over again on those days where you feel judged, on those days where you have fear, on those days where you just need a deeper integration of what is judgment? What does this actually mean? Save this episode. You're going to hear it differently every single time. I know for myself, when I allow this message to resonate even more deeply and I really embody this, it's like a deeper integration every single time. So I really do invite you into saving this episode so that you can come back and listen to this. You can plug into this energy. You can better understand when I'm having a low vibrational day. All this is telling me is that I know what my next greatest thing is to heal, and then plug into the energy of someone that can deeply support you in changing and shifting that energy so that you feel lighter, so you can show up more energetically in alignment with the thing that you desire most. Because the thing that we're manifesting is operating at a higher vibration right now, or we would have it in our existence. And so when we do this healing work, it raises our vibration such that we're in alignment with the thing that we're manifesting so that it can come into our reality that much more quickly. It's so empowering when we start to recognize that is that we can actually lean into that and raise our frequency. This is the real manifestation work, is let me heal the things that are in the way of my vibration rising such that it matches what I'm manifesting right now. We can't affirmation our way out of the deep energetic healing work that needs to happen on a subconscious level from past lives, from this current lifetime that maybe we don't remember because we've subconsciously blocked it, right? When we can start to heal those things, raise our vibration, then we're at an energetic match for the thing that we desire most, the 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure business, right? The dream partner, the house here, the moving there, the 2 children, the ultimate freedom, the soul tribe that I'm creating, right? The people that I desire to do life with, the friends that are going to support me no matter what, that I can be my authentic self with. Whatever it is that you're manifesting, if it's not in your current reality right now, just know that it's because it's a little bit at a higher frequency right now. And the only thing you have to do is heal what's in the way of what's having it be in alignment with you right now. And the way that I do that is I lean into my own healer, because we don't know what we don't know. These are blind spots and we go through life with these blinders on. And until we can really pop the lid off of that and better understand where is this coming from and move the energy around it, that's when we have our ultimate level of freedom. That's when we're finally able to be the vibrational match of the thing that we desire most, is clear the thing that is weighing us down the most, right? Okay, amazing. I'm sending you so much light and love. I cannot wait for this to activate within you your most authentic self, really allow you to open up to you, the deepest version of you, the neon green version of you, such that you can raise your hand, your soul aligned clients come into your space, and suddenly you're realizing, oh my God, this business is more enlivening than I ever could have imagined. I'm more myself than I ever could have imagined. This is the most fun I've ever had in my entire life because my business is me. And I'm being more of me than I ever have before in my entire life. And that's why I have the energy to go after the things that I want. That's why it's totally lighting me up and I'm able to build this business so much faster at a quantum level because I have the energy to go after the thing that I want because it is in so much alignment with my soul that I have energy to do this in my sleep. I have energy to do this all day. Of course I can build this. Of course I can build this. It's so in alignment with my soul that I want to. This is my hobby. This feels so exciting and enlivening and exciting for humanity. And it's changing the world as I do it. So I'm sending you so much light and love. I cannot wait to see what this episode has brought forward within you. Take a screenshot, share your greatest takeaways. I absolutely love to hear from you. It is so much fun to see that this podcast is resonating with you. I'm so deeply grateful. We just found out that this is a top 10% podcast worldwide. And that was a manifestation that I myself had. I've been manifesting that in my mind's eye for since it began. And this is the 17th episode and it's already a top 10% podcast worldwide. I mean, how freaking epic is that? But again, it's about healing what's in the way of the things that we desire most. And when we do that, things happen on a quantum level. Things happen at quantum speed. Time is not real. The only thing that's real is now and what is energetically blocking you from your highest version and expression of self in the now. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here, for listening in, for supporting this space, for getting something so magical from the space, for your reviews. I read every one of these reviews. They just resonate so deeply with my soul. So if you feel called, leave that 5-star review. It truly deeply allows this podcast to get into the hearts and hands and souls of the people that are meant to hear this message even more. So from the bottom, the depths of my soul, straight to yours. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you from the depths of me. And I'm so grateful to see what this unlocks within you in your deepest expression of self. I'm sending you so much light and love. Until next time.